Welcome back, everyone. It's time to cruise away with Derek and Joe on one of our 3 daily shows here on Gecko. Set timers for 10 a.m. in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon every single day to get your holiday fix. We are the #1 here in Australia for the most vibrant cruise and stay holiday adventures you'll ever see.
We sure are. And this show is taking us to North America and beyond. Sounds like a movie, doesn't it? Well, we've got the promise of Los Angeles, New Orleans, Mexico, Costa Rica and Colombia all in one trip coming up later with an epic 20-night cruise and stay offer for September, cruising with Royal Caribbean. Now, we also team up Miami, New York, the Caribbean and Europe all in one later, with a trip for next April staying in Miami and Rome and cruising on MSC Cruises.
Which all sounds very tempting and are not far away either. First though, when we use the term North America, I think most people's minds naturally go to Alaska. And that's exactly where we're headed on our first offer for August. Of course, being CruiseAway, it's not just Alaska. We're also heading on to Japan on an exciting cruise with Carnival. It's a really brilliant 24 nights in all, starting on the 20th of August by flying from Sydney, not to Alaska or Japan just yet. We're heading first to the sunshine of LA, Los Angeles in the United States. And we're going to spend 2 nights there in a hotel. And what a place to start the holiday, Joe, in La La Land.
Absolutely. City of Angels, there's Santa Monica Pier right there. You can dine overlooking the Pacific, go to Pacific Park, go on a few rides. The iconic Sunset Boulevard, you cannot miss that when you're in LA. Perhaps you can head over to the Rodeo Bar, past the famous sites like the Viper Room. It is going to be an iconic visit to amazing Los Angeles. Don't forget Hollywood Boulevard, Grauman's Theatre, and of course, find your favourite star on the Walk of Fame. You might find Derek there, you never know. Then we're heading on to the Panorama. Of course, one of the most exciting, vibrant new ships from Carnival for 18 nights as we head to Alaska and Japan, all in one fell swoop. Love the idea of this itinerary. Definitely one of the newer itineraries from Carnival. Now, Carnival are called the fun ships for a very good reason. It's all about good, proper belly laughs and fun, and it's not I always say this about Carnival, but I want to make that distinction. It's not the contrived fun. No. This is genuine. You know, around every corner there is something going on, and it's kind of infectious. You definitely, it's not even a choice. Like, you want to get involved when the activity's happening on Carnival, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You just kind of find yourself sort of, you know, flowing along with the tide. It's brilliant. There's music everywhere. There's always a party, which is great. And every one of the lounges and bars all have a different look and a different feel and a different vibe and a different kind of service in them as well. You've got to grab the guys' burgers up on deck during the day because they are just the best thing you have ever tasted. You've got to enjoy the mega deck parties. This is why this is such a great family cruise as well. Loads of people love to take a Carnival cruise with the family as well, and you can see why just from the pictures that we're seeing here. It's going to be one heck of an 18-night cruise for you.
Yes, it is. So we are cruising out of the fabulous port, of course, of Los Angeles into Ketchikan, Alaska as our first port, where you can head to the famed Totem Park. It's very beautiful. Just heading there about the time you might see the salmon run. That's very interesting if you see some of the bridges and rivers in Ketchikan, and a misty plain adventure. Sitka is next, and this is the most historical city in Alaska, or town in Alaska, with over 10,000 listed buildings, they say. And you've got an incredible opportunity to see the Fortress of the Bear, which is a bear sanctuary. Lots of scenic cruising through Great White North. You're going to be going through Icy Strait Point as well, and Endicott Arm. So your opportunity to potentially see the glaciers carving as well. Look at that perfect lagoon blue water. It's magical. And of course, Alaska is awash with amazing wildlife, from vultures and eagles through to bears and moose and caribou and Dall sheep. This is magic, my friends. And then we have 7 days at sea before we head into Japan. So lots of time to enjoy the ship as well. First port in Japan is Kushiro, where you can visit the lovely nature park in Tancho and Fisherman's Wharf for a little bit of strolling and perhaps a spot of shopping whilst you're there as well. Alaska's great for shopping as well. Then we're on into Amori. Beautiful Amori. It's world famous for its cherry blossoms. Of course, we're going to be here in summer though, but it's still good. You're going to see lots of lovely flowers, flora and fauna, and those amazing Shinto temples as well. Incredible. Then we're disembarking in the port for Tokyo, Yokohama, and you're going to have 2 nights in Tokyo, which is brilliant. The hustling, bustling, cosmopolitan capital of Japan, which is magnetic world over for its intriguing, almost otherworldly presence. When you think about Japan, you think about kind of these imposing lights, the Shibuya crossing, but there's also so much history associated with it. You're just going to love Tokyo. After that, of course, we fly you back to Sydney. This is the adventure of a lifetime, from sunny Los Angeles through to a bucket list extraordinaire destination, Alaska, and then Japan, all in one journey. I think this is amazing.
I know, this is like making up for 4 or 5 other holidays, isn't it, really, if you think about it? It's incredible. You wait till you see the price tag of this as well. And I think when you show that, I would take a snapshot of that itinerary right there, and I would be sending that to members of the family, friends that you might go away on holiday, people that you think this holiday might be good for. Even if it's not for you, take a picture of that kind of list and send it to someone that you know that would just love to go to all of those places in one incredible holiday. Well, I can tell you this is coming up in August, but we can put a lower deposit down today because, of course, here we are at the start of the year. So $700 each right now as a deposit will secure the amazing, and I do mean genuinely amazing, price tag that's about to appear here. I mean, hello, look at that price tag. Remember what was included in that list as well. It is ridiculous value for money. Here, of course, you've got the flight over to LA, you've got the stay in LA, you've got the dual purpose cruise, if you like, which is doing, you know, full Alaska and then over to Japan as well. The end of the cruise is a 2-night hotel stay in Tokyo and the flight back to Sydney, all for under $5,000, or $700 each today as a deposit to lock in. I would be grabbing that with both hands with your $700 each deposit today to make sure that is the price that you pay for your holiday. It is incredible. Now, while you're on board, let's have a look at your upgrades in terms of your cabin. So ocean view and balcony prices and suite prices are all there for you. Honestly, I think this is one of the most incredible itineraries. It really is. And in Alaska, perfect balance of ports and sea days. Your first 3 nights out of LA are at sea into Alaska. You've got plenty of scenic cruising there as well. Then you've got a nice relaxing journey and cruise over those 7 nights from Alaska to Japan. And then you've got the most incredible time in Japan, of course. This is brilliant. Everything about this, I cannot recommend it highly enough. I can understand why our team have put this together. You're one of the first people to see this offer as well, so if you want it, I would jump straight in. 1300 408 764. Do not delay at all. $700 deposit today per person, and that's yours, locked in at under $5,000. I mean, hello. What a start to the show. It's brilliant. And listen, we've got lots more of that coming. That's what we do here at CruiseAway. It's all about putting these amazing packages together and keeping the price where you think, oh my word, I don't think I could arrange that myself and get anywhere near that price tag. That's awesome, isn't it?
I mean, seriously, we do all the work for you.
I know, yeah.
So you don't have to think about anything other than turning up to the meeting point and starting your adventure, which has been all organised for you.
Brilliant.
So we're going to switch cruises next and set course with the mighty MSC cruises from going to Miami, New York, Bermuda and the Mediterranean for 26 nights. Now, 4th of April next year, and we're going to be flying you from Sydney to the Sunshine State of Florida in the good old USA for a fabulous 2-night hotel stay in Miami. I just love trips that start off with a little mini break in Miami. You know, it's genuinely one of my favorite places on earth because it's got so many of my favorite things. Brilliant culture, because you've got the amazing Art Deco history district, beautiful tropical weather, great shopping, phenomenal food, really friendly, interesting people. And also, you know, if you like to get out and about and enjoy nature, you've got things like the Everglades airboat safari you can do. You can take cruises over the harbour and see where all the millionaires live in Miami too. Some food for thought for maybe, look, there's one of their homes or potential homes.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, I mean, and there's also the art district, Wynwood, which is really interesting. So I think you're going to love Florida. If you haven't been before, you'll love it. Then we're heading on to the Divina, the beautiful MSC Divina. You've got 21 nights on board this beautiful vessel.
Wow, so there's 3 weeks of cruising.
Look how glamorous that atrium is. Look, with all the crystal and glass and open spaces. Talking of crystal, MSC are well known for their Instagram-worthy Swarovski staircases. You've just got to get on there and take a picture. It has to be done. They
are brilliant. And what you need to do is get the, they'll have the MSC photographers on board, have them take the perfect shot of you as well. Because sometimes it's difficult to find a step that's not already full of people having their pictures taken. It's well worth it though. Of course, they've got the amazing spa and sauna for you to enjoy and to treat yourself. You are on board for 3 weeks, remember, so you've got to have plenty of relaxation. It's not all about doing. It's not all about the ports you're going to. It's about relaxing and switching off as well, remember. You're certainly not going to go hungry on board.
No. And I actually visited this ship and I was doing a little event on board a few years ago down in the atrium area where they have the stores, the shops, because they're really well known for their shopping. It's like a little Italian piazza. It's absolutely adorable. They've got a traditional Italian gelateria. By the way, some of the best chefs in Italy on board. So you have the handmade gelato, the freshly baked bread, delicious homemade pizza and pasta every night, and so much more food as well. We're straight into New York City. New York, so good they named it twice. You've got an overnight on board. Brilliant, you need an overnight in New York, you really do. Now this city comes to life at night, so don't think I'm just going to head back to the ship, because you've got to get out there and pound the streets really into the wee small hours, enjoying everything New York has to offer. Then we have an overnight in Kings Wharf, Bermuda. Again, the beautiful tropical breeze will hit you the minute you get off the vessel. Now, whether it's visiting the Crystal Caves or wandering around the historic dockyard, you'll love it. And there's great snorkeling and, of course, scuba diving there as well. We are hopping across the pond next, enjoying some days at sea before we head into fabulous geothermal Ponta Delgada, which is part of Portugal, the Azore Islands. You have... like I said, it's geothermal. You have lots of geysers and thermal springs, but also very picturesque. And talking of picturesque, we have an overnight in Lisbon. Can you believe there's all these overnights on one itinerary? Yeah. Lisbon's an amazing and iconic city. It's the Portuguese capital. In the centre of town, you've got so much history, lovely wooden trams, but not too far away, there's Cascais and Sintra, which are the home of the royal palaces. Then it's Cadiz, and Cadiz itself is a wonderful, sleepy seaside town in southern Spain, Andalusia, but it's not far from iconic Seville and the Alcazar Seville or the Alhambra Palace in Granada, so you can visit either one on a shore excursion. Then another iconic city, Barcelona, the Catalonian capital, with its beautiful Gothic architecture, of course, from the famed architect Antonio Gaudi. You also have the Barceloneta beach and the mountains up there as well. Naples is up next. The history on this trip is unbelievable, because you'll get to see Pompeii, the amazing city buried under ash and rubble 3,000 years ago. And there's the museum that accompanies it. It's incredible. Now we're disembarking in Rome, the Eternal City. And you've got 2 nights in Rome as well. Brilliant. In the springtime, it's the perfect time to visit. You've got that crispness in the air, but you'll still probably get some lovely sunshine. There's piazzas, there's incredible history around every corner, including, of course, the Colosseum. And so much more. The Spanish Steps. Then you have of course, the beautiful food on offer. Oh my gosh, the gelato. Even just thinking about it makes my mouth water.
I know, it makes you hungry all over again, doesn't it?
It's so good in Italy, isn't it? Though?
Yeah, it is. It's genuinely so lovely. And again, I mean, they're just a style icon, aren't they? Every Italian. I mean, they can wear They could wear a garbage bag, couldn't they, and look stylish.
Impeccably dressed.
Yeah,
they really are. And
they
just
are.
know, the men particularly know how to wear beautiful suits. Maybe you'll have a lovely suit made over there, who knows?
Some nice big designer names for shopping in Rome there as well. Maybe I should keep quiet about that, I don't know. But anyway, what an interesting holiday again this is. Going over to the States, spending some time in Miami, and then that fabulous cruise taking you to New York for an overnight, onto Bermuda, the Azores, and then over into the Mediterranean as well. And then spending some time in Rome in a hotel right at the very end before the flight back to Sydney. Oh my word. Right, okay. So this is April next year. So again, we're advanced planning right now, but advanced planning is so the way everyone is going right now. In fact, you can be booking cruises halfway into 2026 right now. That's how far in advance we're planning. But April next year can be secured today with a deposit of just $500 each. And the whole jolly lot, all of the travel, the flights, the stays, and that amazing cruise, which is packed with overnights as well. Look at this. This is stunning. Remember, $500 each today locks in this price tag of just under $6,000 per person. Amazing. And if you want to upgrade for those 3 weeks of cruising, remember, so if you want to go to an ocean view or to a balcony where you open the doors to the fresh air and your coffee or your breakfast out on your balcony every morning, here's the prices for the upgrades for those for you. It's stunning. I mean, if you think about, again, trying to arrange this yourself, so a flight from Sydney to Miami, 2 nights in a hotel in Miami, 21 nights of cruising. And listen, would you like to arrange travel between Miami and then New York and then Bermuda and then the Azores and then Portugal and then Spain and then Italy and then your flight back from Rome? I wouldn't want to do the organising, would you? Well, how about just book it with us? Because we've done all of that. We've stitched it all together from end to end. So you've got some wonderful overnights on the cruise, and then you've got a 2-night stay in Rome in a hotel before you then fly back at the very end. All of that can be booked today, right now, for a $500 each deposit. Call us free, toll free, 1300 408 764 and talk to our amazing team. And of course, there's many more of our offers on our website as well at cruiseaway.com. So there's always something there to tempt you. And if you are new to us here at CruiseAway, well, I tell you what, we have been around for a heck of a long time.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Well, Joe, I know I want to, but actually I feel like I've already been given a huge set of choices in this show already. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm still mulling those first 2.
They've definitely been tempting, those offers, haven't they?
Massively.
We've got another one for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I think so.
It's our third and final offer, but it's a big one. It's with the big brand, of course, of Royal Caribbean, and this one is the Panama Canal and the Big Easy. We don't often get trips that finish in New Orleans, so this is exciting. It's 20 nights.
Jazzy.
Leaving on the 20th, absolutely jazzy. Leaving on the 26th of September. If you love your jazz, this is the place to go without doubt. French Street, oh my gosh. Now you're gonna fly from Sydney to Los Angeles on the west coast of America for a 2-night hotel stay in La La Land, starting off in fabulous California, home of the gold rush, of course. Yeah, I mean, well, now people, of course, rush to LA.
It's a fame rush now, really,
Fame
isn't
rush
it?
to LA, absolutely. Home of the rich and famous. You can see those stars on the Hollywood boardwalk.
You can see the new one that's just been added. Has Macaulay Culkin's just had his added, hasn't he?
Didn't he?
Yes.
Long overdue, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kevin! Absolutely. He deserves it. And then, look, I mean, you've got the Hollywood Bowl, you've got the, of course, you've got not too far away, by the way, Disneyland to visit, and Knott's Berry Farm if you are a bit of a thrill seeker and you love your theme theme parks. Griffith Observatory, beautiful views over Hollywood. After your 2 nights there, you're going to join the iconic brilliance of the seas.
Oh, I love this ship.
14 nights.
Absolutely love this ship.
Yeah, she is brilliant.
Fantastic.
Radiance class, one of the original designs from Royal Caribbean, you know, to be more luxurious, indulgent, a real spectacle of a ship. She is beautiful.
And also letting more of the light in as well. So you've got that more of the connection with the ocean as well. That's what the Radiance class is all about. But you will love it. Honestly, you're so immersed in these ships while you're on them. It's funny because some people think, oh, OK, I'm not sure if a bigger ship like that is necessarily for me. She's not, of course, one of Royal Caribbean's biggest, because they have the biggest in the world, and the biggest and bigger still to come. So actually this is quite medium sized for Royal Caribbean actually.
I love that though, that's perfect for me. I like that because you can get to know people easier, find your way around of course, and the indulgent food, whether it's up at the buffet, the Windjammer, jamming as much onto your plate as you can, because they have cuisines from all over the world. Like they'll have stations there for breakfast, for example, where you can have your eggs Benedict, your waffles, noodles, as well as they call all different cultures and cuisines. I mean, the most delightful bakery section, of course, freshly baked pastries, bread, cakes, you name it.
It's incredible. And of course you can dip into little bits of all of that if you want to. Right, here we go then, out of LA.
Yes, a day at sea sees us into beautiful Cabo San Lucas, where you might be lucky enough to see the sea lions and dolphins welcoming you in, the pelicans flying ahead. Right there, that's Love Beach with the Los Arcos, the iconic rock formation. It's a beautiful port. Then we're into Huatulco. This is my favorite port in Mexico. A hidden cove awaits you where the ship docks, where you've got your own private beach. It is amazing. You really feel like you're far removed in this port. Delicious Mexican food right there at your fingertips as well. Punta Arenas, Costa Rica next. Costa Rica is incredible. It's eco paradise. You have a zip line you can take so you can enjoy the views over the jungle, or an aerial tram, or maybe head to learn about one of the most iconic destinations for coffee production in the world. Then we're transiting the iconic Panama Canal with over 100 years of engineering history. From dawn till dusk, you'll have a guide talking you through the whole process. Then it's Cartagena, the beautiful walled city, UNESCO World Heritage, charming, colourful and vibrant. Around every corner, something will delight and intrigue. Then we're heading on to fabulous New Orleans, where you'll disembark and you're going to have 3 nights in the Big Easy. This is a city I've spent a lot of time in, as I have good friends down in that part of the world, and I have to say, every time I visit New Orleans, I find something new and exciting to do. Whether you are heading along French Street to catch some live music, of course they're known for their jazz, or you're, going to grab a beignet in one of the famed iconic sites where you can enjoy some of the best beignets in the world, which are donuts, by the way, for anyone else. They're lovely. Or just enjoying the Louis Armstrong National Park right there, of course named after the famous jazz musician. This is going to be a really, really amazing place for you to visit, an unforgettable place. And we'll fly you back to Sydney, Australia, of course, after your adventure. So starting off in Los Angeles, heading through the Mexican Riviera before we then go to lovely Costa Rica, traverse the Panama Canal, into Colombia. Then we finish up in the Big Easy, the home of jazz, the home of excitement, New Orleans. I mean, don't forget to, by the way, go to Reservation Music Hall for incredible live music. Brilliant.
Sounds spectacular. It's one of those places that a lot of people have got in their sights as well. Culturally, I just think as well, a very, very vibrant. It's not necessarily, when you think of places in America, hotspots on your holiday list, it's not necessarily up there in the top, 2 or 3. And I quite like that, because you feel like you're discovering it before friends, family, people you work with, whatever it might be. I think that's quite nice. It's always nice to feel like you amongst your friendship group are the first to be able to tell those stories. Do you know what I mean? With this kind of holiday, of course, you could holiday with friends as well. Now, there's a deposit available on this one as well, because this is for September, of course. That's quite a way away. $800 each today will secure the price tag we've got for you. And this, let me tell you, the price tag is so, so good. This makes this a very challenging show overall, I have to say, because all 3 of the offers have got so many merits. and they're all about the same kind of ballpark price tag, just under $6,000 per person right now, or an $800 deposit each today to secure and lock in that price tag. Let's have a look at upgrades on the ship, if I can put my teeth in and speak. Brilliant opportunity, absolutely fantastic. Remember, that's the flight from Sydney to LA, 2 nights in a hotel there, 2 weeks of cruising with Royal Caribbean on Brilliance of the Seas, down the Mexican Riviera, down to Costa Rica, through the Panama Canal to Colombia, and then on and finishing the cruise in New Orleans. But we've got a 3-night hotel stay in New Orleans. Now, of course, if you want those stays to be longer, in either LA or New Orleans before or after the cruise, talk to the team, we'll make it happen. We can tailor anything the way you want it, but obviously to give you some idea of price tag, we have to put a plan in place, and I think that plan is a pretty good one with this offer, don't you? Especially when you can secure the price today for just an $800 deposit each right now. Call us if you've got any questions, 1300 408 764. Now, as well as the shows here on Gecko every single day, 10 a.m, 1 and 4 in the afternoon, we are backed up by this, which has thousands of offers.
When you log on to cruiseaway.com.au, you're opening up the virtual brochure on over 9,000 cruise holidays. If you've seen a cruise on TV, just search the cruise ID here to find out more details, upgrade options, and to book online. If you're looking for inspiration, you can search by destination, departure port, cruise line, cruise ship, or cruise style. Plus, we've got an incredible selection of last-minute deals, all-inclusive cruises, and early bird specials you can't afford to miss. Log on now to cruiseaway.com.au. Your next dream holiday is only a click away.
Certainly is.
That'll present you with 9,000 more tempting offers.
I know.
We hadn't thought of that, had we?
The list is getting longer and longer, isn't it?
Well, it's good if you know when you want to go away. So, for instance, you know, you watch our shows, of course, every day. Thank you. But also, you might know when you want to go away, and it might be, right, next February, want to go away for 2 weeks because it's our big anniversary, or it's someone's birthday, or we can get the whole family together, you know, at that period of time. That's the time where the website really, really helps you out.
Yeah, it really does. It helps you narrow it down. It's very dynamic. It will allow you to make those choices, or at least make those choices more than 20 or 30. Pare them down to 10, and then you'll find your top 5, and you might have to book more than one.
Well, and actually, that's a very good point, because if you do go to the website and you end up with a list of 6 different holidays, you've narrowed it down to 6. That's the time to then talk to one of our team, because we will cut the wheat from the chaff, and we'll say, right, okay, what do you really want to do? We'll get you organised, we'll get you marshalled, and we'll get you the golden deal. And there might be another deal that's just literally come in that it hasn't even yet been loaded onto the website, that our team can say,
secret deals. Like that.
We've just got this in for you.
Because, I mean, we are basically like your personal travel concierges.
Yeah.
And
without a booking fee.
Without a booking fee. So we can actually help you not only get the cruise, but get the stay before and after, and, you know, make it exactly how you want it. Your bespoke trip. You do deserve it.
Absolutely. It's a holiday. Enjoy it. See you back here soon.
See you later.